So today I was talking to my coworker. We're going on Christmas break now, and everybody's getting up to spend time with family. And I asked him, I said, "Hey, is your brother back in town?" Brother cousin Cornell is back in town. I was like, "Oh, your brother back in town?" I said, "Yeah, we're having a good time, just hanging out." And then also, I was like, "Hey, his girlfriend, she went back to China, huh?" He was like, "Yeah." He has to get up really, really early in the morning to talk to her. Usually up in the morning, talk to her since they're so, the hours are different. If he wants to talk to her at, 6, 7 o'clock at night there, he has to talk to her, 6 o'clock in the morning here. So he's getting up early to talk to her. Or he'll wait until 8 o'clock or something like that. But the time is completely different. And I was thinking, I was like, man, as a collective, human beings, someone is always awake. I mean, I don't even mean just like the people who get 4 hours of sleep at night or up early. I'm just like at a regular normal time, somebody's always awake. And I was like, oh, that kind of makes sense as to why God never slumbers or sleeps. He never sleeps. I mean, Psalm 121:4 says, "Behold, he who keeps Israel will neither slumber nor sleep." Which, okay, that makes sense. When we're thinking about, I think about myself, I'm thinking about God, me and my relationship with God. I think about me, and I'm kind of self-centered when I do that. And I think not only is he there to talk to me while I'm awake, but he's also watching over me while I'm asleep. But he's not really awake all the time just for me. He's awake all the time for everybody. And not just awake for everybody to watch over them while they're asleep, but he's awake for everybody so he can just be there. He can be there to talk to us just at the drop of a hat. Just boom, just be right there to talk to us, listen to us, comfort us, anything that we need. I mean, it says that in John 3:16, "For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son, that whosoever believes in him would have everlasting life." That's everyone in the world. Psalms 121 was specifically speaking about the people of Israel, the chosen people. Now, since Jesus has come and surrendered his life, and through the death, burial, and resurrection, it's opened up to everybody. The veil has torn. We're able to have direct relationship with God through Jesus Christ. It's open to everybody. Anyone who believes that he is Lord. We now have that access to God through Jesus Christ. So now it's like, okay, we think about the relationship being very spiritual and everything being real spiritual, but it's also a practical matter. God is always awake because one of us is always awake. He died. He sent Jesus Christ to die for the sins of the world, covering everybody. But then there's also this very individualized, intimate relationship as well. It says in Luke 12:7, "Why even the hairs of your head are all numbered." So God knows us so, as a group, he loves everybody. But he even loves us individually, so much so that he knows the number of hairs on our head. I say all that to say that God is all knowing, he's all present, and he never sleeps. Not just to be there while we're awake and talk to us, not just to watch over us as we sleep, because one of us is always awake. So it just makes complete practical sense that he never sleeps, because he's ready to be there for us no matter where we are, what we are doing at that moment, what we have done in the past. Doesn't matter. None of that matters. Where you grew up, who your family is, none of that matters. When we come into Jesus Christ, we are new creatures. All that stuff is just washed away, forgotten, and no longer even relevant to our lives. It's all thrown to the sea of forgetfulness. So you could talk to God at 8 a.m., 8 p.m., 1 o'clock in the morning. You could talk to him while you're in church. You could talk to him, while you're at home. You could talk to him when you are somewhere you're not supposed to be. Yes, he always provides a way of escape. So just understand the lines of communication with God are wide open. Call him, call out to him, talk to him, and he will be there immediately, right there on the spot. Be blessed.